passes. Rep. English to the bill.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Colleagues, House Bill 2613-14 is rooted in a simple but powerful principle. When children can safely remain connected to family, they should. And having conversations with different people here in the Capitol and outside of the Capitol, this really is important that we prioritize family connection to children, because when we don't, it causes trauma. But this bill has been amended and narrowed, but its purpose remains clear, that protecting family stability and preserving kinship connections for children who too often experience unnecessary disruption to no fault of their own during some of the most vulnerable moments of their lives. So, as amended, this bill does three important things. First, it protects grandparents and great-grandparent family time rights by clarifying Colorado law following a 2025 Colorado Supreme Court decision that unintentionally limited biological grandparents' standing to seek visitation after adoption when their child or the child's parent had passed away. The issue came down to two words in statute versus is or was. That technicality should never determine whether a child gets to maintain a meaningful relationship with loving grandparents. This bill fixes that by ensuring grandparents do not lose standing simply because their child is deceased. Second, the bill strengthens kinship placement practices in child welfare cases by reinforcing what should already be common sense. When a child must be removed from the home, we should first look to safe relatives and trusted kin before defaulting to separation from family. The bill requires counties to document diligent efforts to identify and contact grandparents and kin early in the process, helping reduce unnecessary trauma and improve stability for children. And third, the bill repeals outdated statutory language that no longer reflects best practice and aligns placement language across statute so courts and county departments can operate with greater clarity and consistency. Yes, several broader positions were removed through amendment, but even in its current form, this bill still moves us in the right direction toward a child welfare system that values prevention over disruption and family preservation over unnecessary separation. As a former Board of Education director and now a state representative, I have seen firsthand how instability at home follows children into the classroom, into their mental health, and into every part of their future. Children deserve stability, they deserve continuity, they deserve the chance to remain connected to the people who love them most. This bill helps us protect that because children should not lose family because of outdated statute or legal technicalities. They deserve better. And I respectfully ask for your support on House Bill 2613-14.
Rep. Lee.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I rise in high support of this bill as a new Nana to a beautiful 8-month-old, which I left the props pictures that I got in trouble for on the diaper bill on the desk. Wish that one would come up. One does not know what happens in relationships, but what I do know, if either parent wanted to take away my right as a grandparent, I would have great issues with that, short of grandparents being unfit. In relationships, people can be very vindictive and prevent others in their family from seeing their children, much less their grandparents. And this is why I rise in strong support of this bill. Grandparents needs rights too, because we definitely love them grandbabies. So thank you for bringing it.
Rep. English.
Thank you, Madam Chair. And just to close this out, because I've provided what the amendments do, and it just helps update statute, and it clarifies the definition of grandparent and great-grandparent. And there was a question asked in committee, where was this statute fall up under? And now it would be under Title 14, just for clarity. And as a grandmother of 12, I love each and every one of my grandchildren, and I have heard from grandparents across the state of Colorado about being, I guess, estranged from their grandkids. And so every little step we can take in this building, I believe that we should, and it's the right thing to do. And grandparents are special people, and once you've built a relationship with your grandchild and the system says you can no longer have that relationship, it has an impact on the mental health of the child as well as the grandparents. Those grandparents that are truly connected to their grandchildren. And I think prioritizing kinship when children are experiencing a traumatic situation to no fault of their own, we should, in these moments, consider them and truly consider them and consider how they feel, opposed to just placing them with a stranger that's unfamiliar, and now they have to try and rebuild, or not rebuild, but build a relationship with someone they don't know because the kin was skipped over. So the hope for this bill is that it will pass and it will fill those gaps. And this is not what I wanted it to be initially, but this is a stepping stone to what can be built upon next session with coalitions and after stakeholding. And so I have made the commitment to do that, because this is a system, the child welfare system is a system that needs to be restructured, because there are a lot of things that are outdated, and there are a lot of people that weaponize and use the system against parents and grandparents, and that's just not something we should do if we really care about our children and their mental health and well-being. And with that, members, I ask for a yes vote. Thank you.
Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, the question before us is the passage of House Bill 1314. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, no. The ayes have it. House Bill 1314 passes. Mr.